Welcome back to another season of Motovlogs. Feels like I haven't done this for quite a while, even though I really haven't been off the bike for that long at all. It was not too bad of a winter, except for the very end, but overall I really didn't spend a whole lot of time off the bike from when I did my last video until doing this one now. I've been on the bike a few times already this year, but nothing that was I felt like doing a video for until now, where it's actually got a little bit nicer out. And actually I'll spend a little bit more time on the bike than it was before. As far as my off season, I ended up buying a house, so now I have a nice place to keep the bike and my car, and that's been taking up a lot of my time. I'm still, even though I have a long list of projects that I have planned just around the house, things that I want to do and improve upon, still plan on doing as many of these videos as I can this summer. Of course, all of that's going to come down to cooperation of the weather and other factors as well, but I'm still going to try and get in as many as I did last year, if not more, and try and put out some good stuff for everyone that still watches these. I have a few other how-to videos to do as well. I did one on how to do the brakes on this bike and similar bikes to this one, and just some minor maintenance things, really, just really simple, stupid things that probably a lot of people know how to do. But if you're new to riding and new to working on bikes on your own, it's kind of good to stumble across stuff like that that can help out in the long run as well, as far as just learning how to do stuff on your own bike. I haven't done any big trips yet this year. I've mostly stayed local and gone to work a few times, and that's about it. Most of my days that I've been able to get on the bike have been after work, and by the time I get out and head home, it's starting to cool off a little bit, and the days off that I've had have been kind of shitty, so I'm hoping that the weather turns for the better sometime soon, so I get ample days off for good riding, as much as I've had for days that I've been stuck at work. Even though I haven't been off the bike for that long, it feels really good to be back. It's the one thing about living in the Northeast, is that you don't realize how much you miss doing it until you've been off it for a while. And the first few times I got back on the bike for this year, it feels like I hadn't been on forever. And it's just such a good feeling. And it's not just being on the bike, it's just being in the better weather, and it's warm and no more snow, and it just makes the whole experience so much better when riding season comes back around. I kind of kept the YouTube channel alive a little bit in the off season. I did quite a few gaming videos that I posted up, but came to realize that doing gaming videos is a lot more involved than doing motovlogs. It's so much easier just to take the GoPro off, plug it into my laptop, download the video and cut it up and post it. Doing game videos is a lot more involved. It's a lot more work. You have to, I bought one of the Elgato HD60 game capture cards so I could record gameplay video. So after I recorded gameplay video, I had to overlay audio, like my voice for what I wanted to talk about, on top of it, stitch all that together, edit it, put it onto YouTube. And it doesn't sound like it's more work, but man, it was a hell of a lot more work. And I kept thinking, man, I can't wait for riding season to come back and to get back doing motovlogs, where it's a hell of a lot easier. I've been kind of thinking recently as well about the longer outlook for the motovlog channel, what I wanted to do with content, what I wanted to do with riding, that kind of stuff. Kind of came to the conclusion that I was in the position last summer, right when I got this bike, where I had two motorcycles, and even though I wouldn't have ridden my 06 very much anymore, selling it was the right thing to do at the time, and I still think it was the right choice to make. I ultimately would like to get another bike, not to replace this one, but just to get something else. And I've touched upon it a few times in a few other videos that I really like the Daytona Triumph Triple, the 675, and I think ultimately I'd like to get one of those. I'll have this bike paid off by next year, but I think I might try and pay it off earlier and get a triple for next season, or maybe even late this year if things happen to work out that way. So, and have something like the Daytona Triumph Street Triple R as like a more of an everyday riding bike, and to do motovlogs on and to switch back and forth between both bikes. I think that would be really fun to try and do something like that. But we'll have to kind of see how it all pans out with buying the house, everything, and all the projects I have planned. Kind of have to see where the cards lie after a while and see how the budget looks and all that stuff. But it's kind of like my long-term goal right now is I would kind of like to end up with 2 bikes. I have a nice big garage now and I have plenty of room, so it'd be really great to do motovlogs on 2 different bikes and to give my personal impressions on 2 different types of riding styles and 2 different bikes in general. But that's kind of all I had for now. I just kind of wanted to reintroduce the 2017 riding season, reintroduce the new motovlog season, and kind of lay out what's been going on since I put the channel to rest for the winter time and what I kind of wanted to do moving forward. So just kind of wanted to touch base with everyone and hope everyone that was watching for last season is still kicking around and watching these, and maybe pull along some new people as well. And anyone that wants to like or subscribe, that would be great too. Sharing videos is always great, anything like that to help promote content and promote channels. But like I've always said before, I don't do these videos to get notoriety. Anyone that just stumbles upon these and watches it is enough for me, whether it's just for your general entertainment or my how-to videos or anything like that. All of it's appreciated. So just wanted to say thanks to everyone, and I'll be back with some more stuff soon. Later.